Okay, now people are here. Michael, you here?
Yep.
Yeah, so I think we can start, Michael. Hello, everyone.
Hello, everyone. This is Michael speaking here.
Yeah. Yeah. Hello, everyone. Hello, Verena, Sukaina, Olivier, Lisbeth, Ahmed. Hello. So we are going to start the webinar. Michael, I think you can start.
Okay, hi everyone. So just a short introduction. My name is Michael Anthonijsz. I'm the Senior Pre-Sales Consultant for Vocalcom. So the aim of this presentation today is actually how to combine bots with humans, in short, how to make the bot that is talking initially with your customer, and for some reason it can't understand the customer or doesn't have all the input that is needed, how they're going to connect to an agent, a human agent, and what we can offer in terms of connectivity and functionality for the agents behind the scenes. So first, okay, so there's two hosts for this meeting. So one is Mathis, and this is me, Michael Anthonijsz. And
Hey. Yes. Okay. You switch one. Michael, you can hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Oh, okay. So hello everyone. My name is Mathis. So I'm one of the speaker, as said Michael. I'm the co-founder and CEO of the company FAQBOT. And so I let Michael start with the Vocalcom part. And so I'm the host from FAQBOT.
Okay, so just a small introduction to what is Vocalcom. So we are hosting this presentation today. So we are a cloud-based solution for contact centers, omni-channel contact centers.
Michael, we cannot hear you. I think you are in a silent mode.
Oh, sorry. Let me start all over. Okay, so just a short introduction to what is Vocalcom. Vocalcom is a French company. We are a 20-year-old company based in Paris. Our headquarters in Paris is where my colleagues from the R&D and product management are. So they design the systems and they actually drive the company in terms to what the functionalities are going to be using, our marketing, and also the level 3 and level 4 customer support. We have 18 offices around the globe, so we cover pretty much everywhere in the planet. And our offices, each office has its local distributions. It has the technical support for the first and second level, sales, and also some close contact with customers. We have indirect and direct modes of approaching customers. The Belgium office is a bit special because we cover quite a large part of the globe. So we cover the Benelux and the Nordics, Central Europe and Eastern Europe. So we have customers in all these regions here. And for these regions, we are supporting them on sales, pre-sales, and also technically all these countries. And we also have some partners in these countries. So if you want to know more about Vocalcom and you are one of those countries, we will be covering your account. So these are some references about Vocalcom. So Vocalcom, as I explained initially, I think I was muted in the beginning. We are a contact center cloud-based solution that we distribute the solution on premises, but also more and more companies are moving to the cloud solution. And these are some references. I didn't want to bother you with the too many brands here, but we have many more companies than that installed and running our solution. Some of them now connected with FAQBOT and us, the interaction that we are doing together. And okay, all those references, you can talk to them, you can elaborate a visit and see how they are using our solution. Okay, so what do we do? So actually, companies have, you guys are going to have several channels, and some customers, they have their preferred channels to communicate and to ask questions, to purchase your products, or to get support. And we unify the way of communication. So a customer, maybe he likes to talk via SMS, or he likes to call, or he tweets about you, or he's on a chat most of the time, emails, video calls, and also through social media. So what Vocalcom does is getting all those channels and create the mechanisms to distribute this in an intelligent way, and to mix all those channels in terms of having a unique way of treating those interactions with the customer and the agent. So for example, you might have a customer that he initiate a conversation through an SMS, for example, but he wants to be called. And when he wants to be called, he wants the agent to send an email. So here, instead of using 3 different applications, or 3 different platforms, or 3 different databases, it's a unique database that I'm treating the customer, and then I'm handling multiple channels at the same time. So the idea of the interaction that we're doing together here is whenever the bot is distributing the interaction to an agent, so the agent have all those possibilities to continue the conversation with the customer or with the other parties of the customers, and evaluate what's the need, and then solve the problems as fast as they can. So we have 4 experience in our system. So we have a development tool for customers, where you actually build the chat objects, build how your apps are going to look like in terms of communication with the call center. This is, of course, 100% customizable. So here you see a small screenshot of how you build the applet for the website whenever the chat is allowed on your website. This is converting to a small string that you put on your website, and then the whole control is already there. So it's very simple. You don't need to know any coding to include the chat or the interaction objects inside your website, or inside your app, or inside your application as well. Then you have your agent experience. So it's a single platform, it's a single portal. We actually are enabled all the browsers are compatible with our solution. So with one portal, an agent is able to handle multiple channels at the same time. You can configure them to limit the amount of different customers that can chat at the same time, or they can send emails, inbound or also outbound calls, dialers with predicted dialing, campaigns with predicted dialing capabilities, social media, and etc. And all the application that you can create for the agents in terms of analyzing and answering the customers is also available in this portal. So we have a scripting language here that you can build an entire application with a knowledge base, or predefined answers, or just a catalog of products, whatever you want for the agents to easily answer the customers. The agent application can do that. Then we move into the supervision. So the supervision tool allows supervisors to monitor what's happening in the call center. He can barge in conversations. He can actually see live conversations on email and SMSs. He can see, for example, how many calls are in a queue, how many emails are being sent, how many queues, how big is the queue for chat, for example, how many people are visiting the website, and etc. This is all in real time. You can also listen to other conversations. The historical part of the interactions are also available for supervision. in terms of recordings, in terms of chats that have been sent and received, emails, social media, etc. And we move into the administrator portal, is where you actually configure everything. Configure campaigns, configure the dialer, configuring the campaigns and queues for your agents, the ability for the agents to access the agent portal in what they can see, what they cannot see, and etc. And of course, all this is regardless of what channel you want. So if you want to handle only chat and voice, you want to handle only chat, or you want to handle email and something else. So it doesn't really matter. The way that you communicate with one channel, the way to configure one channel, you supervise one channel, you handle one channel is exactly the same for the other channel. So the learning curve is very minimized. When you learn how to do one, you actually know how to use the whole platform. So inside this platform, you have also a graphical IVR tool. The IVR tool is actually able to create those menus when you call the call center. So again, there is not a single line of command line or algorithm that you need to know to create your IVRs. So you can just upload WAV files, or can use text to speech and create your menus, your accesses to databases, access to third-party applications through web services. So actually the IVR it can be database driven, or it can be web service driven, and allow your agents to, your customers to be connected to the correct queue, or to leave a message, or to be called back, and etc. We also allow screening and interaction recording. So this is also part of the package in terms of keeping the recordings in the cloud as well. So there are several packages that you can purchase to keep these recordings for 1 month, for 1 year, for 3 years. And there are also synchronizations for those recordings to be sent to external servers like FTP server, etc. Campaign management, that we can easily configure your campaigns for opening times, what's the behavior of the campaign when someone reaches that in different channels, on holidays or on outside opening hours, and etc. For the dialer, we have 3 different pacing modes for the dialer. We have a predicted dialing, we have a preview dialing, and a progressive dialing. So different speeds and aggressivity on your call list. So you can load a list of people you want to reach, and the dialer will connect and see what kind of skills each call demands, and connect to the correct agent for that call. FAQ and a knowledge base system you can build for the agents on the agent application. The workspace allows for different types of calls to show different types of scripts that can contain an application or knowledge base or predefined answers, and etc. Then what I explained about the real-time historical monitoring. You can also build your own KPIs to monitor what's happening in the contact center with your agents or intermediate. The application script designer, again, it's similar to the IVR. It's a 100% graphical application where you build your menus, you build your pages for the agents to answer the interactions, to access web services, or to build a complete iframe inside the agent workspace in order to load your CRM application, to load your in-house application, and etc. Mobile applications, ability to interact with mobile applications that you currently have or you're planning to have. An automatic survey. So once the agent classifies the call and say, okay, the call was about billing or something, you can actually configure that customer to be diverted to a survey system or survey campaign, where you can configure to be interacting with an SMS or an email or a phone call, or automatic a robot call that will call and ask a few questions and collect information, where you can collect the satisfaction of the customer in various channels as well. You can configure per channel what kind of survey you want. So there is an integrated contact database. So if you don't have a CRM, if you don't have anything, you can actually build inside the internal database all your contact information. and that contact information will be linked to different channels. For example, if I'm in your database and I send an SMS, an agent will be identified. The agent workspace will identify, okay, Michael is calling. And if one day I send an email, there will be an email from Michael, and the historical information from the agent will show all the channels that I've been reaching. Not if I send a call, for example, I will see all the emails that I sent, etc. Then we have the reporting. So we have a tool to build with some templates already done for reporting, but we also have an ability to create your template with the indicators and create your own KPIs that you want. And the most important is the application connector, which we're actually using now with FAQBOT to connect with our chat application. So here, using our API and the APIs of FAQBOT, whenever your bot is losing the ways of answering for any reasons, it will check if there is agents available, it will check the size of the queue, for example, and then send that interaction to an agent. And when the agent receives that interaction, he will see the history. So all the communication the bot has with the customer, when the agent received that interaction, he will see the history of it and also see all the contact information and also the history on the contact activity. So if that customer had called before, the agent during the chat, he can listen to the conversation that was held before. If he has sent an email, the agent will have access to all the emails that person that is sent by the bot, making all this available for the agent to see the history of the conversation. So you don't need to ask the same questions many times whenever you receive any interaction from any channels. Just an overview here how an agent is receiving a chat. So here, just a screenshot of the agent application, where you see the agent can see how busy the queues are. You see the channels that is assigned to him. At this moment, he's handling a chat. And here you see the information from the chat. In the case, we will show here the history from FAQBOT. And there are some predefined answers, some attachment they can send, a script which will contain maybe a catalog or a FAQ or anything that will help him to handle this chat. Agents can then send the dialogue through email, or you can automate this, of course. And you can also classify the call and have all this on your reports on real time and also historical. This is how you build the connector in the website. So actually you can choose the color, you can choose the images, you can suppress or add buttons that you want to put on the control for the website, completely change the look and feel. And then once you save this and you publish it, Vocalcom generates this tag that you put on the website. And this tag will call the functions and the JavaScripts that will build this for your website and do the interactions. We can have multiple chats per campaign. We can have multiple chat campaigns per designs and etc. This is a supervision experience. So just kind of informations that are possible. So it's very personalized. Each supervisor can have a dashboard the way they want, or administrator can block specific views of supervision to the supervisors. You can also create your own KPI with the indicators, so you can do some calculations. You can create alarms for everything. So for example, if you have less than 100 chats answered per day, you can raise an alarm, or if the agent is on a break for more than 10 minutes, or if you put the call on hold for more than a minute, or whatever threshold, whatever channel, whatever KPI, you can do those alarms. And you can have different types of views for checking on real time what's happening in the contact center, and also using this as a dashboard, as a wall board is also something that more and more customers are using this application also for their wall board. So that actually finishes the short presentation of what is Vocalcom, what is happening whenever FAQBOT is delivering, optionally delivering the interaction to a human, all the possibilities that you have to handle the interactions and handle your customers in a different type of channels as well. So if you have any questions, we're going to have a section for FAQ at the end of the call. So I'm gonna now deliver the floor to Mathis so he can continue on his part. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Michael. Hello, everyone. So I introduced myself just before, but I'm going to do it again for those who joined during. So my name is Mathis. I'm the co-founder and CEO of the company FAQBOT. And as said, Michael, I will show you all the possibilities to use FAQBOT and also how it is working with Vocalcom. So I'm looking to share my screen. I saw that some of you have few questions in the chat. We have a Q&A session at the end of the webinar, so we will answer to this question directly. So let me share my screen first.
Oh yeah, Mathis, just one thing. I didn't receive any chat, so if you have anything, you can maybe when you share your screen or you send it to me later, because I didn't have access to the chats. Just yeah.
Okay. So I received the question. I think normally you see my screen, and I received the question from Foco. We're saying, can you show you the chat in the Vesis?
Or maybe we can go through the chat questions later.
Okay. So I'm going to share my screen so everyone see my screen right now. So I'm going to present what we are doing first. So all is in the name of the company FAQBOT. So we in fact started the company with the idea to take the frequently asked question and import it into a solution. We can transform it directly into a chatbot. We can answering to the question of people. In fact, we had the idea because one day, I was building some mobile application website and so. And one day I had a client who asked for a chatbot 4 years ago, and I had also a really bad experience with a company. I cannot say the name. I can say, but I called their customer services, and I have waited during 25 minutes, something like that, just to have an answer to my question. So that's why I said, okay, we need to fix that, and we need to create a solution we can help to have a gain of time from our side, but so the customer side with buying a product or a service and have a question and directly want to ask it into a website or Facebook page easily, and also for a gain of time from the companies. And so that's what we have done. So we started the company, and so we reduce customer support volume. So you take your FAQ, by example. We don't only work with FAQ, and I will show you just after. But by example, you take an FAQ content, because FAQ is a way to start. You import it into the solution, and directly, boom, you install it in 3 lines of code on your website. You copy paste a script like Google Analytics, and the chatbot is working. So the chatbot is working in 2 modes mainly. The first mode is, okay, you have a question, you go to the website, by example, you ask your question. So imagine you have a question, what is the pricing, or how much does this cost? The chatbot is able to understand the different ways you are asking the question. So that's one point. And the second point is the part with the chatbot is proactive. So the chatbot is asking you a question. So by example, we have client active in recruitment. They have the chatbot will pop up or open it automatically into the website, asking question like, okay, how can I help you? You are looking for a job. The client say, okay. So the visitor said, yes, I'm looking for a job. Okay, where are you looking for a job? In Brussels. Okay, and he's guiding you into a conversational flow in the chat. And so we have clients using it for customer support, so the first mode, but also for automation of sales and lead generation in the conversation. So as you can see in our We have different kind of clients. We have, by example, energy provider like a social energy, who is using it mainly to answer to frequently asked question. We have also clients like Roularta Media Group. We have, I think, 3 bots running now at Roularta, and we have one especially for answering question regarding the question related to abonnement subscription of the magazine. So we have different kind of usage but for all these clients, the common point is automation of a repetitive task. We are also working with clients like Dour Festival or Brussels Motor Show, WAR Fair event, and they have a lot of questions coming in one month on a small short period, sorry, big volume, and also working with other kind of companies like Maxicon or Forum Jobs, who are more in the recruitment, like I mentioned in an example just before. So auto boost the customer support and automate sales using AI. So it is for the first part, I think. Oh, I don't know if you still see my screen. Yes, okay. So boosting customer support with AI. So regarding different things like Gartner, we're saying that by 2020, customer will manage 85% of the relationship with a company without human interaction. Okay, that's Gartner. We're saying that, but we can say that we can really help, and I go to show you. So by example, the advantage also to use AI for sales automation, by example, is we have a chatbot demo, but I will show you a different one. Who is able, based on a question, so you arrive, you have a question, you ask your question, the chatbot is providing you an answer, but the answer can be related to a product or something you want to buy, and it's also really good because the chatbot can guide the visitor and make a sales into the conversation. So it's sales automation, but also the advantage is that the chatbot work even at night. So if you have, I don't know, you are on a website for any services or anything, after work, people are on the website asking questions. The chatbot provide an answer with what you want, and that's good because 24 hours, 7 days, you can ask your question at any time. Well, that's different also advantage to use AI chatbot for your business. So by example, help small businesses do more with less people. Okay, I want to say something because the goal of chatbot is not to reduce the number of people in the company and things, but it's more to help these people to focus on the most important task. So we don't want to replace jobs using chatbot. It's not what we say. We say that people who are replying to frequently asked questions every day can focus on tasks with more added value, and on this question who are recurring, and I think these people who will reply all the day also want to do things with more added value, can focus on the other things. So that's the idea, and also that's increasing the customer satisfaction. Why? Because also, as I said, you have a question, you want to have your answer directly, and so the chatbot is here to do it, and that's a really important point, to have an accuracy, a good accuracy of the chatbot when the chatbot is answering, but also to have you answer really fast. And so that's what we are doing at FAQBOT. And also for more complex question, we can connect with the right agent, and so that's what we do with Vocalcom, by example. Is okay, you have a question when the chatbot cannot answer because it's maybe too technical, and so the chatbot cannot answer directly. We can move to a chat session and redirect to the right agent. So the agent already have the conversation history, and so he know already your problem, and so it's already the agent have the qualification of linked to the conversation you just had with the chatbot, and so that's really cool also for the agent who have all this information, and so it is really a big gain of time. So is it difficult? So to start with a FAQBOT or a chatbot in general, but FAQBOT, yes, no. So no, it's not difficult. I'm going to show you a demo of the solution, but the idea of FAQBOT is to make it really easy. So you start with content, and we never recommend to start with a big content. You have to be smart and start with content with not too big. We have an example of companies starting with 20 questions, and they take the content, they import it into FAQBOT, they customize the chatbot, they install it, and after 1 month or 2 months, they receive new question coming. And so based on this new question, when the agent is replying, we have also a ticketing system, and so you can enrich your database, and so your database go to become more big, and so you will have more content. And after 2 or 3 months, yeah, we had really good use case where we can automate 80% of your tickets, and so that's the idea. And so we also already saw different other companies starting with a really big content at the beginning, like they come, yeah, we need 2 months to build a content really accurate. Then the chatbot will reply to all the questions. I said, okay, you can do it. And so 2 months after, they come, okay, we have 250 questions, we can answer to everyone. We say always, okay, but we don't recommend. And but they do it, they import the file, and then the chatbot is replying not to the right question, because in fact the question that people have are not in the file of their big contents with massive contents they have prepared. And so that's why we always recommend to be smart, to start with the key question, and then you enrich based on the customer feedback. And so that's a really good way to do. So like I said, the best practice is up-to-date database, effective ticketing system. So yes, we have a ticketing system to enrich, like I said, so that's the 2 main best practice. But I'm looking to show you a demo on how we can on how FAQBOT is looking more on the right. So I have to show you different one. I'm going to show you also other one. If you have question, you can directly ask in the chat also. We will answer. So let me show you the first one with Social Energy. So it's a chatbot for an energy provider based in United Kingdom. So it's a really smart energy provider, not because they use FAQBOT, but in general. And they installed the FAQBOT into their website to guide people and help them with different things, mainly for the frequently asked questions and reduce the volume of support to give a good experience also for their clients, get a really quick answer, an accurate one, but also to guide people about information related to tariff and pricing and things like that. So you have 2 ways to use a bot. First one is you click on the button like a guided flow. You know, when you are in a call center, sometimes you have a when you call a number, you have a question like okay, 1, 2, 3, and you say, oh, type 2, and then you say another choice, and it's about the same, but in the conversation chat, it's a guided flow. So you ask a question, boom, if the chatbot is asking you a question, you click, and you are guided, and based on your choice, the chatbot is able to guide you into conversation. So that's for the first part, but you can also was the social energy. So now I started the conversational flow, but I can show you if I'm going boom directly on the website and I ask a question, by example, can I get a discount? You ask this question, and so the chatbot will provide an answer directly into the conversation. If I say, do you offer discount? The chatbot will also normally reply to me. So, okay, so like he's saying we don't offer any discount, blah, blah, blah. And then we are not like other suppliers, we don't offer any discount. And so you can ask your question differently. And with a technology with named natural language processing, we can help you to automate and answer to different ways that people are asking the question. So that's for the basic use case, but we have more complex use case. We have also companies like Recupel in Belgium who are using the chatbot directly. So now I'm in French. I'm going to go to the English version, maybe. That's, yeah, more simple. Okay, so Recupel have the chatbot, and they have a FAQ, big FAQ system, and we integrate with a chat system. They use another live chat. I don't know the name, but we also integrate with the live chat, and directly, boom, when the chatbot cannot answer directly, it switches to a human. But then, by example, they have a big file, and on this fact file, you have different categories and subcategories, and so the chatbot is guiding you based on the categories. So you click on that, up, say, okay, Recupel contribution, and so Recupel contribution, up, directly you have your answer, or you can still ask your question in the chat, like I have done for energy. Another thing is for Dour Festival. So Dour Festival have a chatbot in their website also. You can see that we propose also different layouts. This one is the most simple, and in this one where you can get a bubble with a message. Hello, bienvenue à Dour Festival. Welcome à Dour Festival. I go to turn it in English. Welcome to Dour Festival. And if you come again after getting a conversation, the chatbot will say, okay, welcome again, welcome back to Dour Festival. And so up you have, you can click on the button or ask directly the question into the conversation. So if I can click on email loss modification up, directly redirect me to the pay logic, but I can also ask my question in the chat. I don't ask too many complicated questions. Thanks, and just ask to show you. So that's for the Dour Festival, by example. But I can also show you a Maxicon. Maxicon, that's the same. So imagine you arrive on the website. In the use case, it's no outsourcing companies, but you navigate during 10 seconds, something like that, and the bot will pop up, boom. I go to switch on the English because they proposed me, okay. Are you interested to working with you? Yes or no? Yes. Okay, yes. And then, okay, do you want to join you as, and boom, in the guided flow, and this is for the lead generation part. So as you can see, we have different use case, and in fact, all of these chatbots are built into this interface with FAQBOT. And so, okay, someone said, I asked Dour if it's a bot. He said he doesn't understand. Yeah, because maybe the chatbot don't know he's a chatbot. So this is for the FAQ database. So the chatbots are built into this interface. You can add a question differently. So you have different ways to do. You can just add manually. So type a question, answer, simple, or you can upload a FAQ batch. So you have you can import an Excel file with the question and answer. You can link to an existing help desk system and we crawl the content. We already make also automated script on different websites where people have a big fact content on the website. we can crawl the fact content with a script up to date each day. We directly make the database up to date and connected with their website. That's also possible. And then you have all the question. So the question, imagine you have this one. What analytics do you provide? What analytics do you provide is a question with common at FAQBOT. And I will show you. But you have your answer here. Our dashboard provides analytics on how user interacts with the chatbot, number of conversations, top 10 FAQs. You can also decide, okay, I want to add an image, or I want to add a video or link. It's really custom. So that's for the question. And you can also train your chatbot by adding that question. What are the variant of question? Is imagine, like I have shown with the can I get a discount or do you offer discount? It is the same question, but you mention it differently. And so you ask a question differently. The chatbot understand out of the box, but you can train it. So imagine, do you provide what analysis do you provide, or how much analytics do you provide? You can imagine different kind of question. We created a feature with able to auto generate and propose you different one. So by example, one analytics can you offer? What analytics do you offer? What analytics will you give? You can create and so it generate new synonyms and propose you different ways to ask this question. So it's also helping you to generate this question to train your chatbot. Even if I repeat out of the box, it is already working. But if you want to have more accuracy, we help the company to train the chatbot. We have a good customer success with doing it, but we also have this feature who can help. We call this paraphrasing. So that's for the FAQ part. So imagine now the chatbot stuck and cannot answer to a question. So we have a ticket. In the tickets, by example, I take this question. What's the difference between this and intercom? Intercom is more chat system, messaging, and FAQBOT is more specialist into the bot, where intercom is not really into the chatbot. And so you can say, okay, I reply directly, or you can say, okay, this question is already in my database, but the chatbot seems to don't understand. And so you can add to an existing FAQ. And after you can say, okay, are you compatible with Zendesk? No, that's not this one. Can I connect FAQBOT to my intercom account? No, that's not this one. And so you can look, okay, which one it is. For it seems this question doesn't exist, so I can add my answer. The difference is XYZ. Boom, you create, and automatically you go to enrich your content, and so you have a new question. We're able to answer to the next one. That's for the tickets. We have a categories system. Categories is, imagine you upload the fact file with your question, your answer, and you have categories related to this question. So by example, I don't know, you have a payment categories where you group all your questions related to the payment. I imagine different things. So this is categories. Automatically, the chatbot is building him alone. So you upload your file, question, and answer with categories, and boom, it generates directly a guided flow. So with these two categories, for example, imagine you have individual and company categories. Boom, the chatbot will create automatically and set up the category flow. And so boom, directly it will say and just show with your first categories, and when you click on, you have all the question of those categories. So that's why we have a category system also. For the guided flow is the part where you click on the button, so like the category flow also. And for this flow, it is really simple. So you have an interface into FAQBOT where you can manage your flow. So imagine you have a first message, then you have a button, and you have another button where you can have different other choice. And so you have a big overview on this flow where you can build into this interface really easily. And you can also have the reporting of the flow. You have the percentage of usage on the flow, sorry, number of click, fall off rate, and all information that you need. Imagine you want to update this one, this button. You have just to click on, and after directly it's loading. Okay. You can say, okay, I want to remove that, I want to add a robot, and I just have to save, or I want to add a choice. Okay, choice button 2 up, and you just save, and automatically it's saving, so really easy to use too. The chatbot profile, so the bot profile is where you can custom chatbot, your FAQBOT name, introduction text, input field, all what you want. In fact, the color of your robots and the bubble delay between, in fact, the question what coming. So if you ask a question, maybe you want to directly have an answer from the bot, but you can wait also 5 seconds before the chatbot reply. So we also have installation. Installation is how to install the FAQBOT into your website. So it's just a copy-paste script. We have a feature also to, it's a simple feature, just to in fact invite your colleagues and allow them the part of FAQBOT they want to use. We have a messaging interface, but it's really simple. We usually work with partners like Vocalcom to redirect to agent. We are not specialists in the chat. We are specialists in the bot. And we have a big analytics, and we also are making a new version for this analytics. And so this one, I think, was related this afternoon. So still need to be tested. No, but yeah, that's a new one. So you have, in fact, we have different analytics. We have the standard report where you can have all the information on your chatbot. So the total flow interaction. So you have the number of people who click on the first button on installation, setup, general information. So you have all the categories overview. You have all the total number of questions, the good answer. You have a percentage of good answer, the tickets, so the bad answer, new fact added. So you have an overview. Also, we call all our clients minimum once a month to check with them the report and improve the bot. And we have a return on investment calculator based on your fact and flow and the number of requests you can under based on the salary. Okay, that's a test account. So, but you can see and imagine. And we have different things like sentiment analysis and things like that. If the bot is happy, the user is happy, not happy, and that's for the more simple part. But we also have a lot of different other metrics. We can track more than 40 or 50 metrics, something like that. Well, we have a lot of analytics because it's really important for us. For the chat system, so by example, with social energy, if you say, I want to speak with human, by example, so imagine you ask this question, or the chatbot cannot answer, redirect you with human. You have two things. With social energy, we have an integration with a live chat provider, and so you have a button, contact me back, and when the agent is on, in their case the agent is off because it's not showing, you have another button, contact agent, and when you click on, automatically in the same conversation the agent receive all the question, so all the conversation, you go to the chatbot and directly he is coming in the conversation and saying hello, and he's able to help you. So we redirect directly without changing of interface. So and that's what we also do with Vocalcom. So that was the demo. I don't know if you have any question. I saw some in the chat. For FOCO, by example, we're saying straight redirection to human. I think this is one of the most often question. Yes. So if you want to ask your question, you can directly. We are happy to answer. Michael too, I think. So yes.
Yeah, there was a question from Foco about the V6. So indeed, Vocalcom is launching its new version, the version 6 of the application. We are still kind of launching this version. We have only one customer in our region that moved to V6 as our beta tester. So we're going to be soon sending some options for customers to update V6. I know Rolarte is very anxious to have the V6, and we're working hard to have it. The chat option in the V6 for the client side from the website, it remains the same. So everything that you currently have on V5 for the chat, the options, the look and feel, and all the functionality, the web callback, everything you have remains the same. What changes, obviously, is the agent interface. So the agent interface completely changed. Actually, this is the main differentiation between V5 and V6 is the front ends of supervisor and for the agent. And okay, as soon as we have this more stable and passed to our beta testers, we'll be going through all our install base, showing the V6 and offering to upgrade to this version.
So I don't know if you can ask your question about bot chat. We are here to answer.
Maybe we could unmute everybody. I don't know if I have the access for that. No. Okay, so no more questions from FAQBOT. Anybody else have some questions? Maybe one thing that we didn't cover is actually about the integration between FAQBOT and Vocalcom. Which stage are we at the moment? So the developers of FAQ, it's building the connector to the API. So we have built an environment for the development, and we are working together on that. We yet don't have any specific date for delivery, but obviously as soon as the delivery is finished and tested, Rolarte is our common customer. They will be the first one to be using this integration.
Yes, we are lucky to have a common 10 API clients. So maybe yes. So maybe to ask your question. Okay, I see Foco is saying no more question for him. Okay, good. To ask your question, you just have to go to the you have an input text where you can enter your question directly. Okay. Michael, maybe. Oh, okay. Olivier is saying no question for him too. Okay, good. Thank you, Olivier.
Oh, I don't think there'll be more questions, Mathis. Well, just one message for everyone. If you also want to be a beta tester of the integration, I see that most of the attendees are either partners or Vocalcom. We also have some customers from the FAQBOT. If you want to be a volunteer as well to do some testing using Vocalcom, we have some trial licenses that you can make it available. or use our cloud for that. So if you are interested, please contact me or Mathis, and we're going to arrange a contact with you to do this this test if you want to see the advantage of both worlds talking together, the bot and the call center solution. So I think maybe you can finish here. Mathis, if you have another message.
Yeah, I saw that Sukaina said, thank you very much for your webinar, all is clear. So this confirmed that all were clear in the webinar. I want to say thank you for listening. That was really good for you to explain a bit what we are doing at FAQBOT. Also, the collaboration with Vocalcom for integration. So all this information I think were really interesting to share with you. So if you have any question or you want also a trial, you can contact us, and it will be a really real pleasure to help you. So yes, and thank you really much, Michael, for the presentation too.
Mathis, Ahmed here. Mathis?
Hey, Ahmed.
Hey.
Yes.
Just maybe
hello,
you wanna. Yeah. Hello. Good afternoon. Maybe a good remark. Can you also send the record to all the people who has joined this webinar?
Sure. Sure. Everyone can receive. We will make the webinar on YouTube. So I will send the link and send.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
All right, everyone. Thank you very much.
So yes, I think everyone is clear, and we don't receive any news question. So thank you everyone for your time. Thank you, Michael, for the presentation, and happy to help. If any other question, you can contact me.
Yeah, thank you both for the presentation. Thank you.
Thank you, Ahmed, too.
Yeah.
Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Okay, bye.